Today, I am honored to acknowledge that we are on Treaty 8 territory to recognize all of First Nations, Métis, and Inuit people who live, travel, and gathered in these areas for thousands of years. Mr. Naskamun, I'm very grateful for this beautiful land we share together.
Hello, Fort McMurray Composite High School. My name is Layla Goodridge, and I have the honor and privilege of serving as the MLA for Fort McMurray Lac La Biche. I was asked to join you here virtually and wish you well as you take the next steps into the world, and maybe even deliver a few words of wisdom on behalf of myself, all my colleagues in the government of Alberta, and especially the MLA for Fort McMurray, Wood Buffalo, Taniao. I want to start by congratulating each and every one of you on this momentous achievement. After 13 years of schooling, you're now ready to embark on a journey on your own. I know that this year's celebrations are not what probably any of you expected. And you're reaching the milestone of high school graduation in an uncertain time, as did the graduating class in the year before you. And while we're not able to gather together to celebrate these achievements, I am sure that you're finding new ways to celebrate this milestone. Your generation is known for being innovative and adaptive, and this will serve you so well as you go forward. I think back to my time in high school and my graduation, and I know that many of you have probably made some amazing lifelong friends, have connected with amazing teachers and mentors, and have had the support of friends, family, and neighbors, and our community as you've been able to develop into the people you are today. No matter where you go in the years to come, never forget that once a minor, always a minor. And I know that that minor pride stays with all of you if you choose to keep it in your heart. Congratulations once again, and I wish you all of the best. Thank you to all of your teachers, your parents, your family members, your siblings, and your friends for everything they've done to support you up until this point in your life. And now you get to figure out what you want to do on your terms, and I hope you take this opportunity to pursue your passions, your dreams, and make not only our community a better place, but our province and our country.
Hello everyone. Thank you for inviting me to be a part of your graduation celebration. I'd like to begin by recognizing that the land in which we live, learn, work, and play is Treaty 8 territory, the traditional lands of the Cree Dene and the unceded territory of the Métis. Today we celebrate the class of 2021 and an unforgettable milestone in your lives. It's been a long journey to get here, and you finally made it. We applaud your hard work and dedication to your studies and to learning in the face of unique challenges. I'm sure there are many people who have helped you reach this goal, so I would like to thank them for their support and encouragement through the years. To your parents and families, friends, elders, teachers, and mentors, and to everyone else who has helped you reach this day, I say thank you. Graduates, this is just the beginning. Where you go from here is up to you. Steve Jobs, co-founder of Apple, once said, "Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition." I couldn't agree more. In all things, I encourage you to be true to yourself and your convictions. Aim high, never settle, and listen to your inner voice. Graduates, whatever you do and whoever you become, I hope that you will always do your best and make positive contributions to your community and those around you. I wish you every success in your future endeavors. Stay safe and stay strong. Congratulations.
Hello, I'm Linda Mywert, Board Chair for Fort McMurray Public School Division, and on behalf of the trustees, I bring greetings and say congratulations to the graduates of Fort McMurray Composite High School, Frank Spragan's Outreach High School, Westwood Community High School, and École McTavish High School. The voyage of education that culminates in today's graduation celebration began quite some time ago. Once, there were kindergarten students setting out on a journey. The journey of K-12 schooling, sailing on the vast ocean of education, looking for a place to land. I'd like to use parts of a story called Teacup by Rebecca Young and Matt Otley as a metaphor of the past and the future. I hope you will see yourself in parts of this story. Once there was a boy setting out on a journey. In his bag, he carried a book, a bottle, and a blanket. In his teacup, he held some earth from where he used to play. Some days the sea was kind, gently rocking him to sleep. Some days the sea was bold, and the boy held tightly to his teacup. Some days shone bright on an endless sea of white. Other days were so dark that the boy longed for the stars. Every day he watched the horizon for a speck that he could follow until it grew into something glorious. But there was no sign of land. As the boy stared at the sky, an albatross cut across the blue. The way it dipped and dived reminded him of flying kites back home. The taste of salt on his lips reminded him of the sea breeze whistling through his favorite tree. The way the whales called out to one another reminded him of how his mother used to call him in for tea. And the way the clouds slowly swam into view reminded him of how things can change with a whisper. The boy awoke to something new in his teacup. Over trembling seas, it grew and grew and grew. The tree gave him shelter and shade, apples to eat, branches to climb, and cozy nooks that he knew were just perfect for daydreaming. From high, he continued his search for a speck on the horizon. When he first saw it, it was so very small that he wasn't certain he'd seen anything at all. But before long, there was a bump. The boy was happy with what he saw. There he began to build, and he waited for a whisper. Today, we celebrate your graduation, and you, of all people, know for certain that things can change with a whisper. Although in the last few years here in Fort McMurray, it feels more like a shout. Anyway, even though this is on a screen instead of in an auditorium, your people, that is, your families, classmates, teachers, administrators, educational assistants, custodial staff, and community partners congratulate you for having successfully navigated the waters of K-12 education. You have steered your way through years and years of learning, of schoolwork, assignments, essays, exams, and recently through drastic changes to how and where you learn. When the waves of change whispered and then roared, you rode them courageously and kept the boat on course. When the sun was out, each of you shone somewhere in your own special ways, in academics, arts, community service, peer support, school spirit, culinary arts, nurturing the environment, coding and computing, technology use and development. The list goes on and on. At graduation, we celebrate all of it, and we commend and congratulate each and every one of you. As you embark on the next voyage, take a figurative teacup of earth with you, no matter where you go or what you do, to remind you of the people, the places, and the events from those days and years since kindergarten. Hold the teacup tightly when things get rough, and set it in a bright, warm spot when the sun is beaming down on you, so that what's in it can sprout and grow. There are things not yet seen or even imagined. As you celebrate your grade 12 graduation, you may or may not know exactly which direction you are sailing, where you will land, and what new experiences and opportunities lie ahead. That's okay. You all have talents, tools, and traits for success. You are smart, knowledgeable, resilient, thoughtful, brave, kind, creative, considerate, collaborative, understanding, compassionate, empathetic, wise, and so much more. You are well equipped to navigate the next journey. We are confident that each one of you will find your land and build your life. Congratulations to the FMPSD graduating classes of 2021 as you sail on into the future. Reach back every now and then because we would love to hear from you. Once, in 2021, there were graduates setting out on a journey.
Greetings, members of the Board of Trustees, colleagues, FMPSD staff, families, friends, and most importantly, members of the class of 2021. I ended my last year's graduation speech wishing our graduates congratulations for overcoming difficult circumstances, good luck, and advice to seize the day while remembering to wash their hands. Little did I know that we would be starting this year's graduation with the same congratulations and a reminder, wash your hands, stay within your cohort, and remain physically distant. Class of 2021, you are masters of pivoting. Learn at school, learn at home. Learn at school, rinse and repeat. All kidding aside, please know we are so very proud of you. Your years in high school have been dominated by the need to be agile, nimble, flexible, and responsive to an ever-changing environment and to learn in entirely new ways with new technologies. Graduation is the culmination of years of hard work, and it's an honor you've earned, and it's a day to be remembered. Please also remember your perseverance as you have navigated COVID-19, a historic flood, and uncertain times. Remember your resolve to steer these challenges down as you have completed assignments, attended lectures on Google Meet, and learned to get out of breakout rooms. You did all of that and arrived at a moment of triumph, this very moment, your graduation. Margaret Wheatley, a best-selling author, teacher, and management consultant, challenges people to ask the question, who do we choose to be? Margaret shares that during times of challenge, we can persevere because we are committed to doing the best we can for people. In the full awareness of the trials and tribulations before us, we can offer the skills of perseverance, pivoting, and resilience to create islands of sanity, places of possibility, and a sanctuary so that good work may continue. So class of 2021, you did it. Pivoting is second nature to you now, and you can catch and run with it, whatever is thrown your way. You have mastered the skills necessary to go forward, to lead, and we wish you infinite success on your next chapter. Remember us when you are making the world a better place. Remember, it all started here in Wood Buffalo and with FMPSD. All of the best to you. Congratulations.
Good day, families and graduates of Fort McMurray Composite High School grad class of 2021. Let me first start by saying how absolutely proud I am of all of you and the perseverance and hard work that it took to get you here today. We know this isn't the year you had expected. Nevertheless, regardless of the obstacles, and we have had a few, you pushed forward and succeeded. And for that, you should be incredibly proud of yourself. Remember all the people that were alongside you in these times. Your friends, your classmates, your teachers, and of course your families. All dedicated to helping you, being by your side, and pushing forward with you. We have all watched you grow into the amazing people we are celebrating here today. And did you know you are the first class to have from grade 7, all 6 years at Composite High School. I know each and every one of you will continue on this amazing trajectory to become what you will be and all the amazing places it will take you. I know I speak for the staff when I say we have amazing memories watching you all navigate your years at Composite High School. In fact, here's one of those memories right now.
Yo soy el metal, me voy acercando y voy armando el plan, solo con pensarlo se acelera el pulso. Ya me está gustando más de lo normal, todos mis sentidos van pidiendo más, no sé qué tomarlo sin ningún apuro. Despacito, quiero respirar tu cuello despacito, deja que te diga cosas al oído, para que te acuerdes si no estás conmigo.
I've been waiting years to use that video. I knew the minute I took it. Congratulations, graduates of Fort McMurray Composite High School, class of 2021. I can't wait to see all the places you will go and the incredible journeys life will bring you. Stay true to yourself and your dreams, work hard, be kind, and always, always carry that Miner pride in your heart. Congratulations.
Good afternoon, delegates, board members, Superintendent Turner, staff, family, friends, and most importantly, Fort McMurray graduates. My name is Matthew Finney, and I am honored to be this year's grad speaker. I have been fortunate enough to teach most grads at some point during their time at Composite High School. For some of our grads, I have taught them every day for your time here, except for 84 days in grade 10. Whether that be online and in the classroom, it is roughly 692 days or 1,038 classes for those of you who had me more than one semester. And we've made lots of memories. In grade 10, during the construction phase of modernization, you helped me move my classroom 11 times. The most memorable being when the classrooms were switched overnight and we had to build all new furniture. Some of you traveled to Europe with me on a school trip. We spent time together going to cathedrals and castles, the salt mine, trying new foods, and even racing up a mountain to a castle in Germany. In grade 11, construction was finally done, but the new challenge was how to fit 40 of you comfortably in a classroom. And we had the great flat earth and water is wet debates, and ended the year with online learning. And then a once-in-a-century flood happened. Many of you volunteered by helping your friends and complete strangers. You continued to stand up for your beliefs by engaging in Black Lives Matter protest here in our community, and these actions showcased how special this year's grads really are within our school and within the greater community. This year has been one of constant change from COVID rules, as well as back and forth from on-site and off-site learning. Through all of this, you have shown compassion, empathy, responsibility, and respect to one another and to the people around you. Throughout these uncertain times, you still experienced academic success, showing everyone what it truly means to be a miner. At the beginning of the year, I asked you what being a miner meant to you. I'll share with you some of your responses now. Being a miner means to always strive for success. It's to dedicate yourself to hard work and always do your best. Being a miner means being like an actual miner. However, instead of digging for gold, it means being a proud student digging for success in the future and being able to show it off to the world. Being open-minded, having different values and belief, and being accepting of the fact that everyone around you will be different. Having this in your heart and still forming a family-like bond. Being a miner means to live with pride, responsibility, and respect for one another, just like a big happy family. Being a miner means that I get to learn in a safe environment with lots of friends and friendly staff. And this means that I have the right steps for leaning into success in the next stages of our lives. And finally, to be a miner means being a part of a small community full of open-minded, passionate, and kind-hearted individuals. Once a miner, always a miner. Throughout our years at Composite, You may have felt like you weren't learning anything you would ever use again, but in every class, we were preparing you for what lies ahead. In English, you learned how to express yourself through language and sometimes that you have to read in between the lines. In social studies, you learned not to believe everything you hear and read and how to come up with your own beliefs and opinions. In biology, you learned that sometimes you think that you're looking at the bigger picture, but in actuality, you're looking at a picture within multiple pictures. In chemistry, you learned that just because the information you need for the problem you face is not always evident, and that does not mean that it is not present. In physics, you learned that not everything is black and white. There is almost always lots of gray. And in math, you learned that there are multiple ways to solve a problem. So remember, when you're trying to solve a problem, whether it's in school or in life, you can always use the graphs method. And look at what you're given, at what you're required to find out, and then do analysis for planning on how you're going to get to the solution. Please try to remember that the solution is the journey, and skipping steps is not always the best decision. That's usually when mistakes occur in school and in life. Afterwards, you paraphrase and reflect on what you've learned from your mistakes. You don't always get it right the first time, so try again, and you will see the many possibilities in front of you. This is the greatest lesson we hoped that you learned as your time as a minor. So congratulations, minors. You have achieved one of the many successes to come. Your futures will be bright, and always remember that you learned while being a minor at Fort McMurray Composite High School. Thank you.
Good afternoon, family, friends, staff, and of course, my fellow graduates. My name is Mohammed Joma, and I am honored to be Fort McMurray Composite High School's 2021 valedictorian. It is an honor to deliver this valedictory speech, which will reflect upon the challenging but rewarding journey that was our senior year. I think we should first address the elephant in the room. We are still living through a pandemic, and I'm sure none of us expected to be graduating this way. However, I could not be any more proud of my graduating class. This was a school year like no other. Graduating in the middle of a pandemic was no easy task, but nonetheless, we persevered and made it through. From masks becoming part of our school uniforms, to social distancing and sanitizing, whether learning from our desks at school or at home, we were able to adapt and overcome any challenges we were faced with. Online learning was a unique experience for all of us. It was a little rough at first. However, there is always a bright side to every situation. There's nothing like rolling out of bed 5 minutes before class starts, in your pajamas, and learning from the comforts of your own home. Although, I won't miss those Google Meet breakout groups. Thanks, Ms. Jones. Before I can go on, I must acknowledge all the amazing teachers and staff that supported us all the way through our academic journeys and provided us with every opportunity to be successful throughout high school. Mr. Finney, not only are you a great science teacher, but you always encourage lively debates within the classroom. Many of us will forever ponder the question of whether or not the earth is flat or if water is wet or dry. Thank you, Mr. Finney, for always encouraging us to be curious and keep learning. Miss Jones, we can always count on you for keeping us woke, whether it's global events or what's happening in the local news or community. You always encouraged us to be aware and educated on the things that were happening around us and inspire us to be better people. We will always remember this moving forward. Miss Schaffner, you are not only an amazing English teacher, but you are like a friend to all of us. We always appreciated and enjoyed the stories and tidbits you would add to your lessons. There was never a dull moment in your classroom, including the various Scantron mishaps that occurred throughout the years. Again, on behalf of myself and my fellow classmates, thank you to all the amazing teachers and staff for all you have done for us in the last 4 years. As we move forward onto the next chapter of our lives, we will carry the fond memories we have of our high school careers. We will all go on to unique paths and lead different journeys in our lives, we will always hold on to the great friendships, memories, and feelings of minor pride we have developed during our years at Comp. Graduating from high school is a great achievement that is worthy of celebration. However, this is but the first step in our great journey that we will continue to follow for many years to come. I would like to thank my parents and my sisters for always being there for me. I would like to give a special thanks to my good friends, Landon, King RJ, Zach, Sammy, Ryan, and Kella, who I have known since elementary school. I would also like to wish the best of luck to my graduating class on their future endeavors. To the teachers and staff at Composite High School, thank you for all you have done for our graduating class. We truly appreciate everything you've done at our time at Comp. Thank you and congratulations to the class of 2021.
Hello everyone. I'd like to begin by recognizing that we are on Treaty 8 and unceded Métis territory, the traditional lands of the Cree, Dene, and Métis peoples. It is my pleasure to announce the recipient of the Mayor's Youth Citizenship Award at Fort McMurray Composite High School. This award goes to the graduating student who best exemplifies a future concerned citizen, one who embodies commitment towards the community and displays a well-rounded, congenial, and caring personality. This year's recipient is all this and more. Known for being considerate and kind to everyone she meets, she is humble about her personal accomplishments and works hard to achieve her goals. She is a certified lifeguard and loves spending time outdoors. She's also deeply connected to her community and, as a volunteer, has been involved in food bank drives and community cleanups, helped at Heritage Village, and even helped clear out flooded homes downtown. Her teachers say she has a very giving heart and that she radiates calmness and goodness. Ladies and gentlemen, I am pleased to announce that the 2021 Mayor's Youth Citizenship Award at Composite High goes to Savannah Graves. Congratulations, Savannah. Well done.
The Governor General's Academic Medal is awarded to the student graduating with the highest grade point average from grades 11 and 12 at each Canadian high school. The Governor General's Academic Medal is awarded at 3 different levels: bronze at the secondary school level, silver at the undergraduate level, and gold at the graduate level. This year's recipient is such a pleasure to have in class. He is a student who puts his whole heart and effort into his academic studies, and he always strives hard to present his best work. He demonstrates a sense of positive leadership amongst his peer group, as well as within the school community. For example, he demonstrates his learning by assisting his classmates with their studies and continues to encourage them to do their very best. This recipient is quite industrious, which is illustrated by his perseverance to maintain excellent grades throughout grades 11 and grade 12, which is quite inspiring. I am very honored to announce this year's Governor General's Award winner is Mohammed Joma. Congratulations on this fine accomplishment.
The Robert W. Prather Award of Excellence is presented to a graduating student who demonstrates characteristics that indicate potential for leadership throughout his or her lifetime, is committed to continuous improvements, seeks opportunities to work in cooperation with other students, staff, and community leaders, has a respect of others in personal, social, and academic endeavors, exhibits a willingness to desire to seek meaningful transformations, displays a strong desire for success, creativity, and lifelong learning, and has a strong sense of responsibility to his or her community. The recipient of the Robert W. Prather Award of Excellence has been an outstanding example of what it means to be a minor. He is a strong academic student in his high school courses, who has pride in his schoolwork and displays strong leadership skills in all of his extracurricular activities. Additionally, he is a student who puts his whole heart and effort into his work within the community, such as at the mosque, the food bank, and the cleanup efforts during the flood. He demonstrates a sense of positive leadership amongst his peer group and within the school community. For example, he has thoroughly demonstrated this by a strong leadership of prayer every school Friday, student council member, honor roll student, and a true miner as exemplified by these actions. I am so pleased to announce the winner of the Robert W. Prather Award of Excellence is Munib Ikram. Congratulations, Munib.
Alberta Premier's Citizenship Award. Presented to the graduating student who displays outstanding characteristics in citizenship, leadership, community service, and volunteer work, and must have shown initiative and had a positive impact in the community and/or school. This student receives a plaque, and the student's nomination forms will be considered for one of 8 Queen Elizabeth II Golden Jubilee Citizenship Medals in the amount of $5,000 and one for 25 Alberta Centennial Scholarships for $2,000. This year's recipient of the Alberta Premier's Citizenship Award is a pillar of the school and shines both in the classroom and on the court. This student embodies leadership, perseverance, and initiative. Always available to help his fellow classmates, this student has volunteered for tutoring, setting up events, and was captain of the varsity boys volleyball team. This student plans to continue his education and hopes to continue to play sports at the college level. Please join me in congratulating this year's recipient of the Alberta's Premier Citizenship Award, Mr. Landon O'Neill. Recording.
The MP Award. This student has been with the Composite High School family since junior high students arrived in 2016. They have demonstrated the true meaning of minor pride through their words and actions throughout the school. This year's winner is Aiden Gertz. Aiden's journey as a student who is deaf was driven by persistence, determination, and resiliency. Aiden was implanted with his first cochlear implant at the age of 4, followed by a second implant at 9 years of age. This process of learning to hear through an electronic device was not an easy feat. With the commitment and support Aiden received from his mother, in addition to his inner drive and awareness, Aiden was and is a successful user of his cochlear implants. Aiden did not let his deafness impact his ability to participate in certain activities, for example, martial arts. In his elementary years, he would be engaged and excited about his martial arts classes. It was during his grade 3 year for the hearing and sound topic, Aiden presented to his class about his cochlear implants and how it worked. It demonstrates his self-awareness and self-determination as a deaf individual at a young age. He continues to assist younger students who are deaf and hard of hearing by helping with events hosted by both school divisions in Fort McMurray. Aiden is proof that with determination and hard work, anything is possible. Congratulations, Aiden.
The Hottis Memorial Scholarship recognizes students for their citizenship who meet requirements for students to obtain an Alberta High School Diploma or an Alberta Certificate of High School Completion within the year of application. Students must be registered in a post-secondary institution. Preference will be given to students who study teaching education, working with children, or arts and music. Nominees must have been enrolled or attended a Fort McMurray Public School Division for 3 or more years. Nominees are actively involved in the community and demonstrate leadership qualities, strong emphasis on behind-the-scenes support, and nominees should possess a strong, giving character and give generously of their time, emphasis on selfless giving, and contribute to society, such as volunteer work. This year's recipient of the Hottis Memorial Scholarship is a positive influence in the school and always has a smile on his face. From his grade 9 rendition of Johnny Be Good at the school talent show to his volunteering in grade 12 to assist budding music students, we have seen his passion and musical skills evolve. He is hardly seen without a keyboard, laptop, or guitar for making music, and can often be found in the music room or making mixes at lunch. This student is off to study music at the University of Lethbridge in the fall. Please join me in congratulating this year's recipient of the Hottis Memorial Scholarship, Mr. Owen Reeder.
The Member of Legislative Assembly Citizenship Award is presented to a graduating student who stands out from the rest by having displayed special leadership abilities in social and academic affairs in the school. Reasonable academic performance, participates in school government and/or extracurricular activities, sports and external community activities, and greatly adds to the quality of life at school. This year's recipient of the Member of Legislative Assembly Citizenship Award embodies what it means to be a minor. This person has been an active member of the Student Council, has strived for high academic achievement, and has persevered in order to attain her goals. She has been a leader to her classmates and a joy to teach for the faculty. Although she may not have always been the headliner of major events, she has worked tirelessly in the background to help make school events successful. From Pi Day, Spirit Week, to Student for a Day, she has participated in it all. She has been a student council member, honor roll student, fashion club member, and a true minor through and through, demonstrating her love for her school community. Please join me in congratulating Saida Wajiha Husani for the Member of Legislative Assembly Citizenship Award. Congratulations.
The winner of this year's SM Blair Scholarship is Rory Seaman. Rory has spent the last 2 years in our RAP program. She's completed 2 work placements, one at Syncrude and one at CETA. Even though she was a little nervous to enter the workforce at such a young age, she came out, did it with little encouragement, and did it with flying colors. Next year, Rory plans on continuing her apprenticeship with her first year of technical training at Keano College. Rory has been a great ambassador for our school, great ambassador for our RAP program, and I'm so proud of her. Good luck, Rory.
Jack and Louise Corliss came to Fort McMurray in 1975. Jack opened Beacon Hill Public School and Greeley Road Public School and spent time as principal of Fort McMurray Composite High School prior to his passing. Louise taught at Thickwood Heights Public School in grades 1 and 4. Jack and Louise were 2 very committed educators who helped build these public school system in the early days of Fort McMurray. This scholarship focuses on leadership and citizenship. The recipient meets minimum requirements to obtain the Alberta High School Diploma or an Alberta Certificate of High School Completion within the year of application. The scholarship also recognizes students who have demonstrated leadership and citizenship. The recipient of this year's Jack and Louise Corliss Memorial Scholarship has made a significant contribution to Fort McMurray Composite school life, representing all of the qualities that contribute to minor pride. Where can you find this student? On many gyms floors wearing our school colors of yellow and black, where they are putting in many hours to learn the craft of excelling as a school athlete. Whether on the slopes or in the fashions room, drafting a dress without the need for a pattern, she demonstrates excellent organizational skills. When she was a teacher assistant in fashions, she exemplified team skills as well as supervisory skills. This year's recipient has earned excellence in her academic courses. It is with great pleasure that we award the Jack and Louise Corliss Memorial Scholarship this year to Mia Patterson. Congrats, Mia.